On this episode...
That was a bad joke. We need to get fish in the workforce, because what are they doing?
Gently ease one of the sprouts where no veg had gone before.
But the bigger it is, the more attractive it will be to female.
That's cheating. What?
Hello and welcome. That's Tom.
Hello.
That's Ant.
Hello.
And we're That Can't Be True. Gentlemen, in front of you both is a piece of paper. Don't look at it yet. On that piece of paper is a word. Your challenge today is to try and get that word into the podcast without your opponent noticing.
Nice.
Okay, Tom, have a look and see.
Yes.
Tom,
Bad timing,
Tom's
sorry.
doing his morning stretches.
Tom, have a look and see what your word is, but don't let Ant know.
Can't say that. Oh, for God's sake. It's 2025.
I bet it's just like orange or something.
It's not bad.
And take a look at your word.
What?
Right.
By the way, this is impossible. I'm never going to do this.
So, dear listener, see if you can guess what words they're trying to smuggle in by the end of the podcast. Now, on to it. Gentlemen, are you both brandishing astonishing, amazing, and bizarre facts today? 2 of them?
Yes.
Yes. I have 3.
Excellent. Is one of those a humorous work of fiction that you're going to try and slip in there?
I've gone less comedy, more I don't care, I find this really interesting. Because I love this. This is the best. This is my favourite one I've done so far, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I've had the most
Ooh.
fun out of any of them that I've done. On
Oh, this
one.
should be good.
Fantastic. Take it
Hello.
away, Mr. T.
Off you go, Tom.
Thank you. Thanks for the encouragement, guys.
You can do it, Tom. We believe in
Come
you.
on. Get in there.
Yeah. So, this week I've decided to do out-of-place artifacts, which is an artifact usually found archaeologically or paleontologically, and it baffles us, and we don't know why it's there. It shouldn't be there, but it is.
Well, give us an example.
Well, I'm going to. I'm going to give you 3.
This is like Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail type stuff.
Kind of, yeah. Like a crystal skull would be an out-of-place artifact.
Oh, so something that doesn't come from this planet, perhaps, or this.
Or yeah, it's
realm.
a lot of it is based around like conspiracy theories to do with aliens or ancient history or something.
Okay.
But it exists. It does exist, and I've chosen ones which actually do exist and have some sort of scientific background that have been studied. Because a lot of them go into a bit of woo-wah and they don't. It's kind of just nonsense.
Okay.
But these I've chosen are real, genuine, out-of-place artifacts that we still don't know why they were there or how
Don't
they
know
got
the history, where they came from.
there. We don't really get them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
This sounds good, doesn't it?
So first off, we have.
I'm just imagining you in a fedora now. Like an Indiana Jones hat and whip.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Isn't a fedora the hat that Tommy Cooper used to wear?
He doesn't wear a fedora.
No, that's a fez,
I'm pretty
isn't it?
sure.
Is that a fez?
Is it?
What's a fedora?
I thought fedora is
Fez
like...
is the little box, the top thing.
Yeah, oh, yes, the little top hat with the kind of rim on it.
The
but it's
ribbon,
not. It's
yeah.
only a small one, isn't it?
The clashing monkey as well.
Yeah, you mean like a proper kind of nearly like a cowboy hat sort of
Yeah,
thing.
that's, I thought Indiana Jones had a fedora. Sorry, Tom, we got sidetracked.
It might be. No, let's just carry this on.
It might be a fedora.
I don't know. We'll check it out later.
I don't think it is. Anyway,
I really want to know now.
Yeah. By the way, it was a fedora and nothing else, if it makes you feel better.
and a whip maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't realise we were doing that podcast.
Yeah. I thought you were excited for this, by the way. Can you let me?
Yes.
Can you let me talk?
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Tom.
No, it's fine. I'm keen to. I've had a coffee and I'm keen to focus.
I feel like we've just been told off like school children.
Yeah, well, it's good. That coffee is like I can feel it.
That's my fault. I did get
I'm like
a large
vibrating right now.
Oh, I can tell from under the desk. Shall we begin?
Yeah. So in the 1990s, early 1990s, 92, 93, a Bulgarian scientist, Svetla Balbanova, she's leading a German team of scientists who are were analysing 7 mummies from ancient Egypt. They were analysing the skin and the hair and sort of stuff on the body. And what they found was tobacco, they found hashish, and they found coca leaves. And this is pre-Columbus. So that only exists in South America. You can't find it anywhere else before Columbus.
How did it get there?
Well, exactly. That is why this is interesting to me, because how on earth could it possibly be there? And so there's many theories. Some that could just go, well, that's impossible. That can't exist, can it? Because there's ancient Egyptians pre-Columbus, like Native Americans. They didn't have seafaring ships. But we do know of like people in Oceania, like the Pacific Islands. They obviously were seafaring. They found the Easter Islands basically on like wooden rafts, well, a bit more expensive, but so it's possible. So the theories are that it could have been a type of food that they were eating. There's a type of celery which does, I think, produce some similar-ish chemical like findings. It would if they ate enough of it and it was still present. There are some plants which might be the reason for it, but not really. Doesn't really make any sense. And so the leading theory is that it was just a guy had opened it and was smoking and had coca leaves on him.
And they sort of fell out into
the body and contaminated it.
Yeah.
But that's, I don't know, that seems quite a loose theory, that it was just a guy smoking. And it probably would have shown up in higher concentrations as well if that was happening. Like it wouldn't, like if it was just like somebody dropped, like you wouldn't be that careless to just like drop something in it and just like leave it.
It
would seem
seem
unusual.
a bit far-fetched, yeah. Like,
but the other issue is that it doesn't have enough in it that would equate to like an actual user. So it's difficult. The only real thing is that could possibly have happened is people from South America, somehow a small band magically made it across the ocean.
And when would they have to have travelled across the ocean?
This was thousands of years ago.
Right.
So the ones that they studied are around 1000 BC.
Okay.
So
Wow,
3,000 years ago.
There is tales, isn't there, that apparently the Vikings found America long before.
They did, yeah, they did.
Columbus.
It was a few hundred years, a couple of hundred years, I think.
Yeah, but that would have been like in the year 900-ish, wouldn't it? So,
Yeah,
so
but
we're
yeah.
talking way before that as well.
Yeah, a lot before that.
yeah, long time before that.
Whoa.
So it's a mystery. We don't know. There's a lot of people that say it's nonsense. There's a lot of people that say that's mental. But I thought it was interesting that we don't know. I missed out a bit of this because I'm trying to rush because there's a lot to talk about. But the main one that they found, where they found it in her stomach, was actually the only named mummy that we have. It was a mummy called Henut Tawi. I can't say it. It's Egyptian. She was a priestess, and priestesses use things ceremoniously. So could she have been using tobacco smoke or hashish or coca leaves ceremoniously? Maybe.
And that was actually found in her stomach, so
Yeah.
obviously evidence of ingestion. So actual
Potentially.
use.
Potentially.
Right, okay.
What do you reckon?
What are your theories, do you reckon, if you could have any?
My theory is that the tobacco got there just because someone was smoking a pipe when they found it.
Yeah.
Because in the 90s, we wouldn't have bothered about putting out a cigarette. We'd have just carried on.
Yeah, so the contamination theory.
Yeah, I reckon.
But there is also hashish and coca.
So where did this take place?
Where?
Yeah.
In Germany. German scientists.
And the mummies, where were the mummies?
They were from ancient Egypt. I think Sudan and Egypt.
Okay, so they were from Africa and
Yeah.
that way, okay. I think whether you can't walk from Africa, you couldn't have walked from Africa across the continent back then, could you?
Well, big old ocean.
Yeah, they didn't start to,
You could.
the continents didn't start to separate. Oh, they separated years and years before that, didn't they? Thousands of years before that.
Pangea.
Yeah, so
There's like ice bridges and
you
stuff,
wouldn't
but
have
we're
gone.
talking.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have been able to
long
walk from Africa across into Europe and then across the Middle East, would you?
No.
So I couldn't do that. I don't know. Don't know.
It's
This
a
is
weird
tricky
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next one, Tom?
In 1924, we found a let me read the word, legatus legionus, which is the Roman way of saying like the head legionary. We found a legionary sword in Emperor Qin Shi Huang's tomb when they decided to open it to see what was inside.
Wow.
Now, this wasn't totally baffling because the Silk Road had been running with the Roman Empire, so they had passed things along for quite a while. But what was exceptionally interesting about this is that this is a head legionary, so he was very important, he was very wealthy, he would have zero reason to sell his sword. It would have been covered in jewels, it would have had gold on it, it would basically it would be like a ceremonial sword, he wouldn't have used it because he's in charge basically. He's part of the Senate even. And so to find it in an emperor's tomb with no record of it being sold, it wasn't melted down during the Silk Road because like they kind of lollygagged a bit along the way, like it wasn't like a straight line. A Silk Road is like a long road.
Yeah, it's like thousands of miles long, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Silk
it's
Road?
very. It went from China to Europe essentially.
Yeah, the biggest trade route of the time, I think.
Yeah, it was. And it would have passed several hands, or it should have done. And what's baffling is that it should have been sold, or it should have been melted down, or someone should have stolen it at that point, but they didn't, which suggested it was basically one guy or two guys.
Okay.
And it was like this Roman soldier was trying to like, the theories are that he was trying to brag, or like, look how important our Roman Empire is, that we've got all this like gold finery and stuff. Some people say that it was trying to create good relationships because the Romans expected to be in China. They expected to eventually get to China with their empire. And they were like, this Senate guy decided this would be a good like welcome card or something, or like a greeting card.
Like a gift. Like a welcome gift.
Yeah. But then what's also weird is that the emperor then decided that he liked it so much that he was buried with it, which is a bit odd. And it's very out of place. It's never happened before, didn't happen since. Because obviously the emperors were very nationalistic and it was like China's, we're the best.
So it's the only recorded example of something coming from a different culture that he's been buried with.
Well, yeah, I guess. Well,
Okay.
I actually don't know, but it was the first time it had ever.
Why don't
a
you
Roman? Sorry.
Why don't you know? Is that because it's not true?
Well, I don't know I don't know the whole history of China, but I do.
Why?
Why?
But I remember it being that it was the first Roman artifact. Was what I was getting at.
And I'm only winding you up. It's the coffee.
Yeah.
See, it gets you angry, doesn't it? It gets me angry.
No.
I'm fine.
Quite a lot of recorded instances of important people through time being buried with artifacts that they were given from people from all the cultures. But Roman Empire getting over as far as China, I don't know. I know there were exploratory groups sent out by the Romans to go and see what was further out once they'd sort of conquered various parts of the world.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Carl?
I like it. I
I
like
do.
it a lot. I quite like the idea of Roman exploratory parties that just...
Yeah.
So there must have been Romans whose job it was to just go over there and see what's there and we'll come back and conquer it later.
I think there were.
Yeah.
I think there were. But getting as far as China would have been quite something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they went into Africa. They went into a bunch of Europe, obviously. They were very interested in seeing even getting into Britain.
Yeah.
That was basically, we don't know what's over there. We hear it's a bunch of nutty people. Let's go and find out.
They were right about that.
And that's what they did.
What's the final one, Tom?
Yeah. So in 1901, we found a dazzling piece of machinery, truly dazzling, because it was the first of its kind for 1,000 years previous to the most modern one that we have, which is a cathedral clock in Salisbury. And what they found was a geared mechanism in Antikythera, and it was said to be a kind of a cosmic calendar, basically. So it would show you where the sun is, the moon is, where the stars might be. It's the only one we've found. It was by itself. It was like in rust pieces, and we don't have the whole thing, but we have managed to work out exactly, like, basically how it worked by pulling it apart over time. And it probably wouldn't have worked very well, apparently. It wasn't a great machine, but for the fact that they used a cogged computer, basically, in like 2,000 years ago, that they could machine these little cogs so precisely that they could put them all together and then make it work to tell us how the stars would align in order to be like a seafaring computer is baffling. Doesn't make any sense.
Because when did Babbage create his kind of...
Yeah, that was 18 something.
Wow, that's... Yeah. And we had the whole of English industrial might behind that.
Yeah. This was 2nd century BC. So it was over 2,000 years ago.
Wow.
And then the nearest one is actually in an English cathedral.
You said that was Salisbury Cathedral.
In Salisbury, which was made in like 1400 or 1300 something. So it was found by an ancient Greek, I guess ancient Greek. 2,000 years is pretty ancient.
Pretty old.
Pretty old. It was found by an ancient Greek island in a shipwreck in a wooden box by itself. They found it in 1901, and so we've had it a while. We've studied it. That's how we know what it does and stuff, because it was all rusted and a piece of junk. But we've taken it apart. We've managed to work out essentially how it would work.
Cool.
And makes no sense. We don't know how, why, what, like where. Zero sense.
What do you reckon then, Ant?
I'm not so sure about that one. I don't know.
Here's my little snippet, and then I'm going to be quiet. But that's very closely related to one of the storylines to the Dial of Destiny from Indiana Jones.
Is it?
Yeah.
The Dial of Destiny. That's the latest one,
That's the
isn't it?
latest one.
Is that the one with Fleabag in it? The
Yeah.
lady from Fleabag?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge, that was it. Yeah.
And it was where they were trying to hunt down the Antikythera.
Right, were they?
Yes, and there was a shipwreck involved with Antonio Banderas.
I am like Indiana, you said already.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
The only thing is,
yeah.
I know for a fact Tom hasn't seen the Dial of Destiny.
Well, so I suppose it could be then that it's the same as you coming up with the one about what was the
Minority Report.
Minority Report,
Yeah.
yeah. I accidentally came up with the entire plot for Minority Report for one of these episodes,
Yeah.
and you've not seen the film.
Right.
So I don't know.
I'm going to then have to push you for an answer on which one of these three you think is untrue.
Okay.
So, just
All
to
right.
review it for you, you've got the mummies that somehow had coca leaves, tobacco, and
Hashish.
hashish.
Hash on them.
The party mummies.
The party mummies. We've got
Partying
the somehow a Roman sword ending up in China.
Yeah.
And we've then got the Antikythera that found in a shipwreck.
I'm just going to go. Do you know what? I'm just going to go shot in the dark here because the first two, they seem like they could happen. The third one, I don't know. It's just the fact that it's a whole geared thing. That long ago, I don't know about. So I'm just going to go shot in the dark and say the machinery found in 1901 can't be true.
It is in fact real,
Is it?
Hey!
which is baffling. Isn't that crazy?
How?
That it's real. 2,000 years old geared mechanism.
Wow.
Analog computer.
That's amazing.
Isn't it mad?
Yeah.
In that case, you're going to have one more guess.
I'm going to go for the seven mummies. The mummy with the hash on them can't be true.
That is true as well.
That is true as well.
First 2 points I've had in a year. Wow. Yeah, no, that is true. I made the sword thing up.
That's the one that I found most believable.
Well done, Tom. Your first 2 points in
I can't believe it.
many a week. We'll be back after this. Right then, gents. Reviews on the internet.
Yeah.
Do you ever use them to any effect, or do you ignore them?
You mean reviews for like customer reviews?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, generally I just ignore them.
Yeah.
I drive myself mad concentrating on them. I've read reams of customer reviews.
Do you?
I'm obsessed with them. I don't buy anything unless I spent 3 days looking through reviews.
Really?
Yeah.
I only ever do it if it's something quite important that I really want to know if I'm not sure if it's good quality or not. If I can't figure it out for myself, I'll look at the reviews. If I can, don't bother with them.
I wish I get into this psychotic coma, basically, where I'm just reading reviews and stuff.
See, I just think, generally speaking, people are either quite intelligent or quite stupid. So you're probably going to get somebody complaining about like that mug's like the wrong white or something like that. So
You do.
I tend to ignore them,
So it's weird, isn't it? Because when I go into a shop to buy something, I don't run around the shop going, "Excuse me, sir, could you give me your opinion on this device, please?" That would just be balmy. But as soon as I'm online reading reviews, I take them as gospel.
Oh, these people are all experts.
Yeah, yeah. So I've decided to ignore them, but some of them are just so good you can't ignore them just because they're so bloomin' funny.
Oh, this will be good.
Yeah. So I'm going to read out a couple of reviews, and I want you to tell me what you think they're reviewing, what the item they're reviewing is. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Excellent. So, first of all, causes too much pain and agony. Don't know why it's so popular nowadays. I'm going to stick to toilet paper.
What do you reckon? Like a bidet or something like that?
Or like a toilet brush at the mistake.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a toilet brush. Yeah.
Hang on. What possible situation would they need to use one of those over toilet paper?
Some idiot, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Because if they were cleaning the toilet with a toilet brush, like you wouldn't use toilet paper for that, would you? It wouldn't be causing pain and agony. So I don't want to know.
Do not turn this upside down. It takes ages for the sand to fall to the bottom.
It's got to be a sand timer, right?
It is a sand timer.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also question and answers parts on Amazon now. So anyone can ask a question and a customer can give them the answer. So one of the questions here was, would this work for a child? The response was, only if the child is made of metal and it's not buried too deep. What was the product?
Only if the child was made of metal,
Is it?
it's not buried too deep.
I don't want a metal detector.
Yes. There's also reviews for movies as well. And one person gave a 1-star review for a movie, writing just 4 words. What is the movie? The review was, 1 star, I could see him.
Now you see me.
No.
Invisible Man.
Yes.
Oh.
Now, there's an old review. You may have heard of it, but I'm going to read it anyway because I rediscovered this and I read it out loud about 20 times and each time couldn't get to the end for laughing. It's about hair removal cream.
Yeah.
So, are we ready? Sit back and relax. After having been told my danglies look a little bit on the furry side, I decided to take the plunge and buy some of this. As previous shaving attempts had only been mildly successful, and I nearly put my back out trying to reach the more difficult bits. Being a bit of a romantic, I thought I would do the deed on the missus's birthday as a bit of a treat. I ordered it well in advance, and working in the North Sea, I considered myself a bit above some of the characters writing previous reviews, writing them off as soft office types. Oh, my fellow sufferers, how wrong I was. I waited until the other half was tucked up in bed, and after giving some vague hints about a special surprise, I went down to the bathroom. Initially, all went well, and I applied the gel and stood waiting for something to happen. I didn't have to wait long. At first, there was a gentle warmth, which, in a matter of seconds, was replaced by an intense burning, and a feeling I can only describe as like being given a barbed wire wedgie by 2 people intent on hitting the ceiling with my head. Religion hadn't featured much in my life until that night, but I suddenly became willing to convert to any to stop the violent burning around the turd tunnel and what seemed like the destruction of the meat and 2 veg. Struggling to not bite through my bottom lip, I tried to wash the gel off in the sink, only succeeded in blocking the plug hole with a mat of hair. Through the haze of tears, I struggled out of the bathroom, across the hall, and into the kitchen. By this time, walking wasn't really possible, and I crawled the final yard to the fridge in the hope of some cold relief. I yanked the freezer drawer out, discovering a tub of ice cream. I tore off the lid and positioned it under me. The relief was fantastic, but only temporary, as it melted fairly quickly and the fiery stabbing soon returned. Due to the shape of the ice cream tub, I hadn't managed to give the starfish any treatment, and I groped around the drawer for something else, as I was sure my vision was going to fail fairly soon. I grabbed a bag of what I later found out was frozen sprouts and tore it open, trying to be as quiet as I did so. I took a handful of them and tried in vain to clench them. Tried in vain to clench some between the cheeks of my bottom. This was not doing the trick, as some of the gel had found its way up the chutney channel, and it felt like a space shuttle was running its engines behind me. This was probably, and hopefully, the only time in my life I considered a very liberal use of a pineapple-flavoured popsicle.
I love stuff like this. Oh, God.
The only solution my pain-crazed mind could come up with was to gently ease one of the sprouts where no veg had gone before. Unfortunately, alerted by the strange grunts coming from the kitchen, the other half chose that exact moment to come and investigate. What greeted her was the sight of me, bum in the air, strawberry ice cream dripping from my scrotum, and pushing a sprout up my butt whilst muttering, "Ooh, that feels good." Understandably, this was a shock to her, and she let out a scream. As I hadn't heard her come in, it caused an involuntary spasm of shock in myself, which resulted in the sprout being ejected at quite some speed in her direction. I can understand that having a sprout fired against your leg at 11 at night in the kitchen probably wasn't the special surprise she was expecting. And having to explain to the kids the next day why there was a strange hole in the ice cream didn't improve my status either. So, to sum it up, Veet removes hair, dignity, and self-respect.
Well done.
I tried really hard to find the source of this and the person who wrote it, but I couldn't. So, if any of our free followers knows of this person, do get in touch.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys, by the way. That is as funny as it was the first time I read it. I love that story. It's so good.
It's great, isn't it?
It's so ingeniously written. Like, it flows so well.
Right then, Ant. It's over to you, my friend.
Yeah, so this week I've gone back to a little bit of an old favourite. So you remember a while ago I did an episode on animals with doing strange things, or
Animals
like strange
with
animals.
weird abilities.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
yeah.
Times.
So I've looked at animals with strange behaviours. So the first one is called otters pet stones. Otters use stones and pebbles as a tool to break hard-shelled prey. They use them in two ways. They use them either as a hammer, so they'll hold a prey against one rock, get the other rock that they've got, and just smash it to bits. Or they use it as an anvil, and they'll float on their back on the water, and they'll have their special stone on their chest, and then just smash the prey against it. Quite ingenious, really, when you think about it. They can actually they'll keep the same stone for months, even years, and some otters have been known to keep them their entire lives until they die.
Yeah,
They get really bonded with these things.
If it's ain't broke,
Yeah, exactly.
fix it. Yeah.
If it works, yeah.
If it works, here's the phrase. If
it ain't broke, don't fix
yeah,
it.
it was. Yeah, there we go.
And some even pass them to their children like an heirloom as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
they've been known to pass them on.
That's pretty interesting.
I don't know why. I mean, I'm pretty sure that their kids could to go out and find their own stones, but some of them are bonded so well that they pass them down
Yeah.
to the families. So
Does anyone else have anything like that? Like, it's something that's probably worthless. It's not worth that much money, but something that you treasure.
we've got a silver watch, like pocket watch in the family that's been there for decades and decades and decades, generations.
Yeah.
But that's about it, really.
I guess things nowadays they're not made to last generations, really, are they? Most of
No.
the things we have now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true.
we have I've got Me personally, and my granddad's old watches.
I've got
yeah,
an old ring, my granddad's old wedding ring that I keep hold of. It's nothing fancy, but yeah, it's weird how you do just get attached to stuff. And
That's it. Yeah, it's that attachment, isn't it?
I totally get where the otter is coming from there.
Well, all of these, all of the three animals that I'm showcasing at the moment, they all have a very slightly strange thing that they do. So it's not just this. They also, otters have been known to juggle stones for entertainment as well. So they'll use the one that they've got and they'll grab a few more and they'll sit there lying on the back and actually juggle them.
Why hasn't David Attenborough ever brought us this? Why are you sitting out in the savannah for days on end waiting to see an antelope when we could have had an otter juggling?
I think it's amazing. Juggling otters is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
I love that.
Otters are pretty dexterous. Like they can swim like really well.
Yeah,
they can run pretty quick.
Yeah, really intelligent things. Really clever animals. Yeah.
So I can see them being able to at least fiddle with. Like I can't see him being like doing clown tricks or whatever. But
Just like juggling two stones with one hand. While drinking a cup of coffee.
and like having a smoke. But I can picture that.
Juggling otter. What do you reckon, Tom?
Yeah,
I was taking that as gospel. It's not even crossed my mind that it can't be true.
Yeah, you're just learning. Like, oh, interesting. Thank you.
Yeah.
I could do all three of these. And you sit there going, so which one? So you're doing one that can't be true or not?
Yeah. I think that could definitely be true for sure.
Okay. All right. So I'll move on to number 2. This one is so the next two are actually slightly linked. So this one, elephant sandcastles. Sorry, I'm going to start that again. This one, elephant sand circles.
Sand circle.
Sand circles.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'd love to see.
Can you imagine an elephant like that, just kind of with its big hooves, just like moulding sand up?
Or with a spade, like chucking into a bucket.
Have you never seen those shops in the middle of the Serengeti where they sell buckets and spades?
Like an elephant wearing a sun hat.
They were on episode 4 of Natural World last week.
Yeah.
Just got this image of an elephant gently carving a sand sculpture with its trunk out.
Well, the baby elephant eats an ice cream or something.
Yeah. And then the brother of the baby comes along with a trunk full of water and then just blows a sandcastle.
Yeah. It's a kid's show.
I've got a joke about an elephant's trunk, but I can't tell it on the podcast. So remind me to tell you when we go to the pub.
I somehow can see what the punchline will be.
Yeah, I wonder where that one's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so elephants will they'll often lie down and they'll spin around on their side to pick up sand on their skin. Now, this is to cool their skin down and to cool themselves in extreme temperatures. So you've probably seen elephants will get soil and mud and things like very watery mud into their trunks and then splash it over their own faces and their heads and their ears to cool them down, then over the backs. But to cool the sides, they have to lie. Well, best way they've found to do it is to lie down and do it. So they'll get on the side, in the same way that cats do as well. If you've seen a cat in the garden, they'll go out and they'll find a really particularly sandy patch of soil and roll around in it to clean the fur and cool the skin down.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah. So elephants have been known to do the same thing, to cool the skin down. Also, it's believed that it gets parasites off them as well. Because you know some elephants, how they have birds, don't they, that act like a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
Well, if there aren't any of those around, the elephants will lie down, turn itself around to get any parasites off.
Get you.
Ingenious. Now here's the weird bit. They do this when they're lying down. They do this by pushing themselves around with their feet. So you can imagine an elephant on its side, and they'll turn themselves around. It's almost like they're walking on their side. And then when they get up, it leaves a sand circle. Hence the circle. So
like
a little
the
bit
Three
like a crop
Stooges
circle,
thing where he's like
yeah,
kicking his
exactly
feet
like
and
that. Yes,
yeah.
that's the first thing I thought of when I was researching this.
Like a break dancing elephant.
Yeah. And they do this in sand or soil or anything like that. Basically anything that's dry.
That's pretty cool.
Like a sand bath.
Yeah, like a sand bath, exactly like a sand bath. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you reckon, Tom? Believable?
Well, I've seen elephants put the mud on them, and I've seen them. Obviously, they live in sandy areas, so definitely could be true.
But really,
I'm not saying that can't be true. I'm saying that could be true. We'll see.
I don't know why I'm looking at this one with more suspicion than the juggling otter. But
Yeah. But for some reason,
It's just
juggling
because we all want otters to juggle, don't
it
we?
seems like something an otter would do
It does,
somehow.
it
Is
does.
juggle.
Yeah.
Like a seal, you've got balancing the ball.
And-
Otters juggle.
I can see an elephant breakdancing as well.
Elephants breakdance. Yeah.
It all makes sense to me. Which means this last one can't be true then. So what is it?
Yeah, this last one's going to be. Is going to be. I'm going to say this can't be true.
Okay, so
Alligators have been known to use unicycles.
I mean, you've never seen a unicycling alligator. Is a sentence I never thought I'd say.
And there's a subspecies that ride a penny farthing to work.
Did you know penny farthings weren't actually invented in Victorian times? They were invented over in Africa by alligators.
Yeah.
Whoa!
They found them 2,000 years ago.
Yeah,
No one's got any idea how they got there.
Yeah.
You ready for number 3?
Yes, please.
Cool. Right, so the third one, I'll get this one right. This one's pufferfish sandcastles.
Oh, so these ones are making sandcastles.
These ones are making
Right,
sandcastles.
get you.
Right, so male pufferfish, when attracting a mate, no, I'm going to start that again. Male pufferfish, and go.
I'm going to get us a clapperboard. It's going to be...
Can you get us one of those really tiny ones that look ridiculous?
Yeah.
Like the big ones, just in front of the camera, just go.
We need to get you one of those like director horns, those old school director horns with like a beret.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
going to say, he's very in a cravat, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like a neck scarf.
From
Yeah.
the top, please. Reset, everybody.
That was a bad joke.
Am I laughing? Oh. Serious stuff.
And
Action.
so number 3 is pufferfish sandcastles. Male pufferfish perform a ritual when they're attracting a mate, whereby they create large geometric shapes in the seabed. They do this by swimming just above the sand and flicking their fins to push sand around into a series of ridges, peaks, and troughs to make an elaborate maze pattern. He'll then this is the weird thing. So I don't know if you've ever seen these, but when they make these circles up, they're literally like it looks like a pattern from above, so a bit like a spirograph. You remember those when we were kids? You used to do spirograph things.
Yeah.
They look like that. Now, the kind of strange thing that they do after this is they'll then decorate it with shells and coral and all sorts of shiny things in the hope of attracting a female, and that female will then choose to lay her eggs in the middle of the circle. So these circles are actually nests that the males create, and the idea is that the female lays the eggs right in the centre, and then the male will then incubate the eggs. I just love the fact that it then goes out and gets bits of jewellery and things like that, and shiny stuff, and then decorates the whole thing.
I'm going to jazz this up a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they can be massive as well. So I think a pufferfish is very, very small. You know, what are they, 4 inches or so across, something like that? They're only tiny, aren't they?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
I don't know
about the size
exactly.
of the mug, something like
I
that.
know they're not very big. Yeah.
Yeah, these things can be 7 feet in diameter, or just over
Ooh.
2 meters.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work.
But then again, you would, because he's trying to attract a mate, isn't he? So,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
in. Oh.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? Trying to wine and dine a
Yeah.
girl, aren't you? Because you're trying to attract her and
Yeah.
go out with her again. So
Have you seen that? That's a big piece of coral, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
you've seen the size of my sandcastle.
And really, what else are pufferfish doing? What else?
Yeah.
I mean,
Apart from
they're
trying
not
not to
doing
be
anything.
eaten.
Yeah.
They've got all day.
It's not like they got long days at work.
Yeah, we need to get. I've just come up with this. We need to get fish in the workforce because what are they doing? Nothing.
They've got. I mean, they just wander around aimlessly all the time, don't they? They don't
It's
actually do anything.
useless.
Yeah.
They are. And you can't even eat them, really. You can't eat pufferfish.
Well, the Japanese
Well, the
try.
Japanese do.
They give it a good go.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
But like, if we caught a pufferfish on a desert island, we'd be
Yeah,
dead, wouldn't we?
We shouldn't try and
No.
cut it up though.
No, I wouldn't want
That'd
to
be
do
bad.
that. No.
Actually, employ them as artists because they seem to be pretty apt at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it arranges the sand to make it look like a mural of, like, I don't know, Sean Connery's face.
He always goes to Sean Connery, doesn't he?
Indiana
He's
Jones and
obsessed.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, Indiana Jones and Sean Connery. Yeah.
Clearly, the first thing that came to my head was Michael Jackson, and I thought, no.
Yeah, three heroes.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
And so, are you more attractive as a pufferfish if you have a bigger piece of coral, or?
Apparently, it's to do with the size of the shape itself. The bigger it is, it's believed that the bigger it is, the more attractive it will be to females.
So, kind of the bigger the girth, the happier the woman fish.
Yes, yeah. Funny how that translates through quite a lot of the animal kingdom.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Tom.
Yeah, this was really
Tell us
tricky.
about-
Tell us about my girth. I've been eating a lot of bad stuff, so yeah, my girth has increased.
What do we reckon?
This is actually really tricky because I watch a lot of like nature shows, so I know otters. I've seen use stones. I've seen elephants take mud baths. And I've seen them flick around sand with their trunks. Like I've seen them flick it. I don't know if I've seen them bathe in it, but I've definitely seen them flick it. And I have seen fish create sand circles, and we don't know why they do it. We don't know exactly. So it's tricky. This is a difficult one. I'm going to go with the pufferfish one. That can't be true.
You think the pufferfish one can't be true?
I have a feeling it might be a different type of fish, or they do it for a different reason, or something like that.
It is a specific type of pufferfish called the white-spotted pufferfish from Japan,
right?
That makes these circles. They're actually called a taradiddle. These pufferfish, yeah, it's very specific.
Right.
The only recorded instances is this specific one in Japan, in Japanese waters, and there's another type that's they've not nailed down which one it is, that makes them off the coast of Australia as well, but every other pufferfish doesn't do it.
Really?
It's just these particular ones, yeah.
Do they add the coral bits and everything? Like that's all true,
Yeah,
right?
it's all true. Yeah.
Wow.
Whole thing's true.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, I'm a bit stuck now then. I'm going to say the otter one, they don't pass them down. But I know otters use stones to crack open shells, but I don't know if they pass them down. Or maybe it's the elephant one. I don't know. I really don't know. Because I know, obviously, they both do those things, but whether it's like the complexity of it is true, I don't know. I'll go for the elephant one, whatever. Elephant one's not true.
You're going for the elephant one can't be true?
Yeah.
You are correct, it is
Yeah.
the elephant one that can't be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, I've made that one up entirely. Yeah.
Well done. So otters can juggle.
Otters can juggle.
Oh,
And there is video documented evidence of this as well. So yeah, they can juggle.
I've seen it, like, kind of like gets them, like joggles them across his
they have
chest.
them like that, and then they just kind
Yeah.
of bat them.
Well, for goodness sake, people, stop watching this and go and watch
Yeah.
otters juggle. Gee.
Well, they do pass them down. They thought they do pass them down from
they do?
through offspring as well, through families, through generations.
way.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway, thank you for that, and that was very enjoyable. Now, both of you were given a task at the beginning of this show.
Yeah.
Can either of you have a guess at what the word is? Both of you managed to get it in.
Mine was ridiculous, by the way.
No, I think I picked up on it earlier, but the problem is I've now forgotten what it was.
Mine can't have been as hard. Mine must have been as harder than ants.
Go on.
What was yours, Tom? Because
I really didn't recognise anything weird that you said.
Actually, Ant got
My-
his in very cleverly.
my
Just
work
at the
here is
end
done.
there. You did very well there. Go on, tell Tom what it was.
so mine was actually what's written here is taradiddle. So I changed it to taradiddle. That was the name of the pufferfish.
What does taradiddle mean?
A petty lie.
A petty
means a petty lie.
Oh, so that wasn't actually the name of the fish.
No.
That's cheating. What? I tried. No,
The rules
I
of the
win.
game. The rules
I
of the
win.
game.
I
Where
win.
get the name in somewhere.
Mine was way harder than that.
What was yours,
Before
Tom?
we go on to what was Tom's, what is the actual name of the pufferfish?
I don't know. I didn't write it down.
Let's just say Malcolm. Right.
That was smart of you, though.
Yeah.
That was
Go
smart.
on, Tom. What was yours?
Mine was lollygagger.
Lollygag.
Where the hell am I supposed to use that?
You did it really well. Like we didn't pick up on it.
Yeah.
Right,
I
we're
used,
gonna-
no, I used it in the Silk Road bit.
Oh, so it was that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's Very good. Rewind to watch. Right then, none of your facts were as worrying as the hair removal cream.
No.
Yes, that's
Yeah, that would give me nightmares.
yes, yeah, definitely. It's probably one of the most painful experiences anyone could imagine. Have either of you tried it?
Never touch the stuff. Don't want
Long
to.
time ago, but not in anywhere close to that region.
Oh right, I have tried it, and it's excruciating.
It can get a bit warm. Yeah.
And on that worry, it's time to end. It's goodbye from me, Carl.
Me, Tom.
And me, Ant.
I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
You've seen the size of my sandcastle.